Hello and welcome. Come on in, everybody. For those who are just joining me, my name is Mary Jane Tracy, psychic medium, spiritual love of life coach, and a lover of astrology and all the cosmic airwaves. So say good morning, hello, where are you? Where are you from today? Where are you're talking to me today? And you know what? I feel like I need to... I wish you guys could smell this. Like, this is, oh my God, it's heavenly. And I'm just going to light an incense because it is just so heavenly. And what I love about this incense that I bought, one thing I'm going to give you guys a little factor. If an incense burns black, it has a lot of crap in it. If an incense is not burning black, if it burns clean, so watch this. Get this ignited. I'm a firebug too. So see how this is burning? And it's burning clear. Like the smoke that's coming out of here, you're not getting a lot of residue coming off of it. So with your incense, I'm still here. With your incense, make sure that it burns clear, because otherwise you're breathing in some toxins. And I love where I got my incense. I love where I got this incense because I know it's all handmade. And I've talked to the owner. So it's so cool. It's so cool. I love that. So good day to you all. Hello. Have good timing this morning. Yes. Hello. Welcome. Thank you all for joining me. It is a full moon. It is a full moon in Aquarius. Woo, baby. We got, just being a full moon in Aquarius just brings in the crazy, right? God bless my Aquarius. Look I've been running around since early this morning and thinking I'm organized, doing totally everything what people say you're not supposed to do when you're doing a scope is start preparing after you get on. But that's what my lives are all about. My lives are all about me just being me and shit happening and my family yelling in the background and, that kind of crap. Wow. You know what I was thinking? I keep on feeling I need to get some peacock ore. Not that I need any more crystals, but peacock ore keeps calling me. And it's one of the crystals that are coming in for this full moon and for working with this cycle from full moon to full moon. And so I feel like that is coming in. And so I'm going to now. There we go. I'm going to look it up. So I'm wondering how everybody's doing before I get into Get into this. That's a good way of looking at it. Getting into this energy. There's so much information coming into me that I got to download to you. And so I'm a little late. I have an excuse. I've been working. I've been downloading info, and it's such a... this is such a big battle. Like being in Aquarius anyways, it has this uniqueness to it, right? So working with Aquarius and Aquarian energy, it's a very unique energy. It's an energy that is very, I think illuminating is a word that's coming in for me. Maybe that's the wrong word, but it is a moon that is really bringing in some oppositions. It's bringing in guidelines. It's bringing us cultural norms. It's being what's accepted behaviors, definition of our success, power, advancement, what we were taught as a young age. We are, because in the earlier stages, we are such sponges, and all the information that's coming into us, What are our habits? What are you doing for your habits? This is coming into where you're free to interact from your opinions of the world, from our own and others. It's our unique eyes. It's bringing in new societal norms. That's what was coming in a lot too. New societal norms, and whether we agree with them or not, but that's what happens with this. It's new leaderships, and Aquarius, also teaches us how to be our own person. And it's opposite, this sun. And the sun, wants to bring in unconditional, it's the heart, so unconditional love, which is partially what are the informations that came in with me in the Aquarius nature. It's the acceptance of every person who compromises the collective and love our unique gifts, yet we are ones to have conditions on others. We have a lot of aspects that are happening with this, the sun squaring Uranus. We see our role in the collective connection with nature. The aspects inspired us to break free of habits concerning, right? The envision our future, our betterment, our circuitry. How is our circuits connected, and what is going on with our circuits? This is about us shaking things up in our personal level in the collective. The Aquarius energy that's coming through is in encouraging us to speak about our envisions, and it also brings in Chiron. And the last time Chiron was in Aries, there was bell bottoms and afros and gremlin cars. And so it brought out where the weirdo uniqueness was allowed to express itself. And this is when we got this working of Uranus and Taurus and Leo and Aquarius. It is important to focus on creating a future that is more evolved than our present reality. This is about our evolution, our rising above. This is about our mind to a new reality. This is about Chiron and Aries, with, forming a sextile over to the moon. This is our trine and the harmonious aspects that are coming in with this moon also. It allows us to see how our past traumas can become our source of strength. It teaches us that we may never be able to erase events that have caused us pain, but we can shift our story. This is looking into shifting our story. Are you shifting your story? Or are you creating the same story over and over again? Are you doing that? How should I feel? How should you feel? You shouldn't ask me how you should feel. You should ask yourself how you should feel, not me. That's what this is about. How do you feel? How do you like your situation? How do you feel about your situation? What is happening with your situation? What's going on with your situation? This is a transit that's coming in too, that is ending, especially with Venus coming up to K2, which is the North Node. They're conjuncting today also. So this is bringing in this enlightenment, because she's almost finished this transit and then she's gone out of here. She's been in Gemini since April and it's gone retrograde in Gemini. So this is all about discovery of ourselves and questioning and finding out who we are. The last two times she was in here, in 2012 and 2004, it was an eclipse. The last time before that eclipse was in 19. That was no eclipse, yet there was a Jupiter retrograde at the same time, was 1996. So much is coming forth for us. This is looking at, am I chilling? Am I not chilling? Excited or happy? There could be a lot of drama. If there's drama in your life, that's where you need to disconnect. If there's something there that you're trying to fix that is unfixable, but you are still trying to fix it, that is where you need to disconnect. Right? Feels like the wheel of fortune, karma, heading into judgment. That's that is the Capricorn energy coming in. The Capricorn energy. definitely coming in because it fills this void. But the Saturn or the Leo and the Aquarius don't give a fuck about Capricorn. They are the ones that come in with their uniqueness and want to bring in the uniqueness. And we're seeing how energies are now coming in and they're clamping down a little harder. We're going to be feeling it. And this is where, you know, if you have heard, I don't know if any of you heard, but Australia is locked down. Well, the state of Victoria is the Victoria State. I think it's state or province. I don't know what they call it, but is locked down, and they got a curfew now that everybody has to be in by 8 o'clock. So that's putting over 1 million people out of work or having to redevise because of this. So this is like they haven't had this since wartime. So there's this huge curfew coming down on them. So this is like, you know, we're kind of like, you know, to me, Australia is in the future, right? So these are future events that are going to be coming in. And we're seeing this unfold, but yet with this energy of this full moon wants us to bring in our uniqueness, wants us to be elated, wants us to look at, you know, Mars in Aries shadow period with this retrograde, and it's going retrograde on September 9th. This is wanting us to feeling of the bliss that takes you to your future, a better place, even in amongst the crazy, even in amongst that of which is going on the outside. How can you create your bliss? How can you create and go to the next? And that's the thing. That's the key to this. You know, if you are not looking, if you are looking too much for a savior out there, if we are looking for someone or somebody to save us, right? If we are looking for the powers of the mighty ones up there to save us, like the politicians, they're not there. This is what Aquarius and this full moon is saying. It is not about them. It is about you and how you can bring in your own initiative, your own self. This is about where we have come into this society of me, you know, and trusting the powers of this is about trusting the powers of your invisible self, your sacred self, the divine organic self. This is to rely the power and the technology of the soul to do its work. It is the collective. This is looking into the work of the collective. This is very hard for us. We are people given to see proof. We want to see proof. How is this going to work? I can't see this. This isn't working. But here we got this Aquarius moon. This Aquarius moon takes us to the outside. Takes us to a place where you can't see it. Maybe I can't see it, but that is about the mysticism of it. And bringing in the mysticism. This is looking at the resolutions that quickly resolve. And I want the resolution in my hand. See, this is what we want. We want a resolution in my hand. We want a quick fix right now. And here we come. This beautiful energy is saying, look at your uniqueness. Look at who you are at. Look at who you are. And this is where that, as the mystical world works, that war that satisfies the five senses, that is absolute opposite of the way our five senses work. This is working in a way that, you know, many are not used to. This energy is coming in and it's working in a way that many are not used to working. It's against your five senses. Give me the facts. Show me everything. Very Sagittarian, very Capricorn. This full moon is saying, no, 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 sweetie. Come to me. Yeah, there's something else out here. There's something even bigger out here. It's leaping into the unknown, taking that leap of faith into the unknown, into the unseen that you cannot see. And it is this, how it responds or resonates with you. It is the whole, it is the power. It is the power of prayer. Now, if you think about it, the power of prayer, prayer is unreasonable. It's an unreasonable thing to do. It's a thing that when people say meditate, it's unreasonable. Who are you meditating to? Who are you praying to? Totally unreasonable. Who are you talking to out there? What's it all about? Who's hearing you? This is faith. This is very Aquarian. Comes in which is totally unreasonable. What are you believing in and why? Does that have more power? Power than anything you can make someone sign. This energy has more power than that, because we know your name, and the putting your name into a contract, but that is constantly broken. There's contracts that are constantly broken. This contract and this energy that's coming in is not broken. It's here with us. It is a part of us. That is the whole nature of the holy world and bringing the world into wholeness. Yet, when you look at the mystics and, Teresa of Avila, Francis of Assisi, Rumi, so many of them, Buddha, these mystics, when they come into this sacredness and they come into that illumination and they're there, they tell you it is an all. It is a connection of how all of us breathe. As I breathe out, somebody breathes that in. And as they breathe that in, they breathe what they need and add it on and add it on and add it on. When you think about healing yourself, if you had hostility towards one organ in your body and thought, I got to heal this illness, but honestly, I don't like my kidneys. Fuck the kidneys. I ain't going to do anything with the kidneys. I'm going to heal everything else but the kidneys. I just can't stand it. I'm not going to heal the kidneys. I'm going to isolate it. And I'm not going to send any nutrition to it. No. And it's bad. And I don't like the way it does business. Don't like the way it works. Who does that? Who does that? When you think about it. Think about all the cell tissues becoming hostile and starving and coming out. How would the whole heal? How would we heal? How could we heal ourselves if we isolate only one area and disregard the other? How can we heal as a whole if we disregard others? Aquarius moon is about bringing in community. It's about still bringing in your uniqueness with your individuality and allowing it to shine. In comes that Leo sun. It wants you to shine it. It wants you to show it. This is a collective challenge we face. And it's enormous. And here is the thing about this mysticism that comes in. And some things about the mysticism, the characteristics, how so many of them reach a place, as I was saying, where they would have an experience of transcendent, or the cosmic, the holy, come back in a state of enlightenment. They are illuminated. There's a state of illumination. And at that point, they've crossed over into another realm. And with that, it is which articulating that, it goes beyond words. It goes beyond words. It's like when people ask me, when I talk to spirit on the other realm and they want me to describe it, I can't. There are no words in our language that can describe that energy that is there, that beauty that is there. It is far beyond our eyes and our mind can comprehend. It is that of transcendent. So unexplained, so unexplained. It does make you cry. It does. And the unity of life is a fact. It is all one. And here we have this full moon with all of this energy else coming in, with all the nuttiness. Like even as, you know, I was watching about Australia today and Germany and a few other countries. And, you know, we got Spain and other ones that are looking at lockdowns again. And I'm just saying, we are all one. You know, this is parts of them get locked down, parts of us get locked down. This is about our changing. Somehow we can hear, but we can't get it. And I think this is where another characteristic of this journey is coming in, this mystical journey. It is a journey of revelation where the mystics we're invited to the next revelation, one at a time, like one revelation at a time, when the soul was strong enough to contain that revelation and not burst into flames. We are being in that, but not all of us can contain that mysticism, can contain that light and walk into that other realm. Not all of us. We're not all there. Many are having, or they're struggling. They have the anxiety, they have the doubt, they have all of this, and they're trying to fix things that are unfixable. Relationships that are unfixable. They're done. They're done. And in letting them go, because we grapple, we grapple at it, but in letting it go, we're allowing that person in this and yourself to go upon your divine road, to go upon your uniqueness, to go upon your love and your and bring in with that the truth that we are really all one within uniqueness. And this is something we can hardly apply. And we can hardly apply this to our families, much less our friends. And we still love so conditionally. So we don't turn love on until we have a reason. We don't do something until we have a reason. And maybe I have to find some reason to love that person. I have to find some reason. I mean, we have all of these, you know, dating apps. So you fill out a dating app or a matching app. And it's like, you got to match so many things before you can get my approval, before you get my check mark or my thumbs up or my heart. This is what happens. And maybe I have to find some reason to love that person. I have to find a reason to love them instead of just loving them. Because that will take away where we can see our reflection within that person. But when we put on all the conditions, it's hard for us to see our own reflections because we don't want to see it. And this moon is coming in to show us reflection, to show us our uniqueness. And we are far away from getting to that place where we can just be loving, period, without a target or a reason. We're far away from that place. We have a long way to go. And without a person that we feel that person deserves my affection, so far away. We have no idea of the person or the journey. So we judge. There's a lot of judgment. Yes, we judge from the time but we judge, why that person is on the street, or why that person isn't doing this, or why that person is doing that. Because we look at our inadequacy, but it's easier to throw our judgment upon others. And look at that judgment. And yes, I had a child just walk in the room, because that's what they do. And it keeps us from seeing ourselves in others. And it's ongoing of the hostility. I am not. I am going. Becoming a vessel of healing. In order for us to heal, we have to own it. We have to own that. And in comes another person into my room as I'm channeling information and going into a channel. Every time. So it's my husband. It's my husband. He had all morning to talk to me. Yeah, I know. I think I should put locks on the door. You're absolutely right. Had all morning to talk to me. But they wait. Yeah,
you wasn't talking to me about it.
Oh, I wasn't talking to him. Now he's pouting. Everybody's saying, hi, Steve.
Hi.
Steve's pouting because I didn't talk to him.
It's true. She do all this stuff and then she tell me, you didn't talk to me. What could I use if I go?
The usual.
Okay, see.
What a man. So always has an excuse. Gets that fiery in me. But this is where we look at this energy that's coming in, and as we are coming forth into our uniqueness. I mean, this energy is coming in and it brings me back to my shamanic teachings. It brings me back to being an intuitive healer and being a healer, and coming back when you're completing and coming back into the wise woman. When you are healing somebody, you are seeing them whole and holy. You are not seeing them as that ailment, because then you're isolating the rest of the person. That ailment is only one part of what is going on. It is for us to see the collective as whole and holy, which is hard. It's a hard one. There's so many holes that comes in with that, with this Capricorn energy, and so many gaps within this energy that when it comes into our uniqueness, we want to shine, right? We all come in with this manifesting in this idea. I got to manifest for me. You got to manifest, got to manifest, got to manifest. And we got to see it happen. We got to have proof. But this energy that's coming forth and how we are bringing in the change, this is for looking at our society. This is about us looking at this energy. And it doesn't mean that the journey will be any more comfortable, but we got to let love become our compass as we create this new world together. This is creating our uniqueness. This is creating this beauty of ourselves. We have to look into our circulatory, how we are getting our energies moving through our body. And it could be like we maybe have to do some, spinal rolls, some cat-cows, getting the energies going up our spinal. Our spinal is part of our electrical system. All the nervous endings go off of our spine. How is your back? Are you moving it? Are you doing a Sufi roll and allowing for yourself to feel that and feel that illumination? Sun salutations. Bringing in the sun salutations, standing in your warrior pose, right? Standing in the warrior pose, bringing in that beauty and that uniqueness of you. Your yogic breath, Bringing in your yogic breath, bringing in 3 beautiful breaths. Hold and let out. Coming into the relaxation and allowing for the relaxation to celebrate who you are, celebrate all the changes of who you are. Take some time today, do some journaling, and bring in, your cards and sit there and do your cards. Now, I know I mentioned about Peacock. Where is it? So on this full moon, and we're working with the air and the fire. So we're working in creating our own space and to feel grounded and connected to Mother Earth, to help contain the fire element, but still allow the fire to breathe new life. And we need to create a practice outside, close to the ground, so we can choose a space which contains wood element, choose a space that you're able to bring in a place of your plants and your crystals. So you might be sitting on a wooden bench and allowing yourself to connect. And if possible, you can build a fire or have a little bit of a fire. And crystals that align, and oh yes, is peacock orange, aquamarine, goldstone, Kambala jasper. These crystals will help you feel your unique talent and contribution to the collective. The crystals for the Leo is morganite, tiger's eye, citrine, and carnelian. These crystals will help you love yourself unconditionally and express your true creativity. And you can also incorporate flowers of both Aquarius and Leo into your space. Gladiolas, bird of paradise, carnations. Bring in the element of water through a room diffuser, a vase, a metal bowl containing water. Gather these items and creating the outline of your own object, anchoring the 4 directions, the north, south, east, and west, with your candles and your crystals. And you're creating an altar and set it up in your westerly part of the circle as the directions help energies release. Once the perimeter is set, cleansing the area with sage, Palo Santo, beginning cleansing with the east and moving to the south, to the west, to the north, and back to the east. Before, this is about smudging. This is about bringing in the sacredness. This is bringing in your intuitive guidance into the circle. And begin with each person, if you have somebody in there, bringing and introducing them and bringing them into it. And talk about the astrology energy of the day, how it is affecting you. Share and learn from it. Give plenty of space for each person to speak and follow your conversation with the meditation and practice. Book in some calm today. Book in some peace. Take some time today to really come into this energy. And you can take 3 pieces of paper. On one, write something you are releasing from this path, from your past on this full moon. On the second, write your intention you are calling in, which will help you to feel forward. And on the third, write what you are grateful for. And gather all releasing, and either burn them safely, rip them into shreds, and gather the intention notes and place them under a crystal in the most easterly part of your home. And for the gratitude notes, pass them to a person. Give them to a person. Sharing others' gratitude is a beautiful way of merging the energy of the collective and bringing that energy together. Doing this today is a beautiful time to do it. Is this a good time? Yeah, bring your crystals out. This is a beautiful time. This energy is coming in. Yeah, we have some really hard aspects, but that's getting us to open up and look at, how are we firing? What are we hanging on to? What are we not hanging on to? Are we beating an old horse that is done? That's what we need to be doing. This is a time of connection and our bringing out our uniqueness. This is allowing for you to shine. The one, just some of the information, there are people, I know there's a lot of people out there that are having a hard time with this. And a part of them, I think it's my generation is one of them. I'm one of the late baby boomers. I'm not one of the actual baby, like the early on baby boomers that came in with such a thrust. I mean, after World War II, there's so many babies being born, and with such a thrust of energy coming in and coming into this energy. And it's funny, we called it the nuclear age after World War II, which was very fire. Coming into this energy of fire and now having this energy of air coming in, of how are you containing your fire? How are you containing that element of you, where many of that era are struggling because a lot of them still are relying on their jobs and are losing it, looking for a source of some guidance. And some of them have lost their internal guidance and are trying to find that inwardness. And there's and then there's the new ones, the young ones, 24 or so, that are sort of like, hey, this is just a weird time for us. What's going on? What do we need to be doing? Trying to, they're at a place of really inventing themselves. They have this time for inventing themselves, where on the other side of the scale, they feel their time is up from inventing themselves. But time is never up. Time is never over for inventing yourself or finding that uniqueness or standing into that beauty of you and that completeness of who you are. And that's where this energy is coming in. I know there's craziness, and I know I was, watching a lot of things that are happening in the outside world, and I'm sending them blessings and love. And, with all that's going on, and especially Australia, who they thought they were doing well, and things are just, and they're in the winter hemisphere. We haven't hit the winter. We haven't hit our fall, right? So this is where I said to people, this is a time of collecting. This is a time of gathering. This is a time of preparing and preparation and bringing in and grounding and containing our fire and allowing the air to come in to bring in newness and freshness for us. So collect your crystals, go outside, do a meditation. For those who are part of my Moonfesting group, we are having a meditation today at 11:11, right? Can you speak about the Kundalini awakening in this energy? Well, yeah, it is rising because it's rising because of the collective. It's rising because of our uniqueness and allowing our uniqueness to shine. When the Kundalini is rising, it's clearing out. That's what it is. It's the goddess rising within us. The Kundalini is the goddess. It is the snake that rests at our spine that rises up. And this energy wants us to rise up to our own uniqueness. And that's why sometimes when people are doing work with their chakras and with their Kundalini, they stop and they don't want to do the work anymore. They feel because they don't want to step into their uniqueness. Embrace it. Embrace the intensity. Embrace that uniqueness, because that's the Aquarius energy. It is unique. It is the abstract. It is the ones that will go out and get the tattoos and the piercings. It is the one that will recognize others' individuality and accept it. And with the sun igniting it, allowing it to be ignited with all of this. This is where this energy is coming forth. And with the Kundalini, it is just allowing for yourself to, work within that intensity. So my advice I would say, I would get into some Kundalini yoga, get into some sutras and kriyas, and start to really get yourself into doing a lot of those mantras. And you'll find that the intensity wouldn't be, you'll be able to move with the intensity instead of feeling restraint from it. So when we do certain mudras, and we do kriyas with that, and sitting and doing them allows for things to open up for us in a very beautiful way. That's why doing things like cat cows, or the spinal ones, and even in your chair you can do it, and just doing sat no, getting the juices up in our spine moving, right? So doing the spinal plexus, doing the longevity stretch, the nerve stretch, which is, you have your feet straight out, and if you can put your pointer finger, and if you can reach your big toe and hook your big toe and pull and just sort of move forward slowly and breathe. If you can't, just grab your ankles. It's about doing those intensities and allowing that longevity, that longness of not longevity, but the spine to stretch with it. It's important. Ooh, now I really want to stretch again after so I didn't do much yoga today. I just did my satnams, and then I got into meditation. It just got me sitting down, and I had to sit, and pages of writing and that. So I know you hate yoga. But you have to get into it. I'm saying you have to get it. I'm not even going to give you an ultimatum, Tamara. I'm saying that you have to, because it is about your spine. It is about stretching. It is about movement. It is about sitting and allowing for your body to move, right? And getting into that movement, allowing yourself to go into the tree pose and be there and be that stillness. It's, look at Spirit Voyager, and there's Yoga Anytime. There's so many out there that can help you, and do it very gently. You don't have to do it abruptly at all. So, and embracing it, checking the time, taking a sip, coffee, got my water out. So just, are you here at the same time daily? I'm going to say yes. I try. Usually between 9 and 9:30. I am coming back on tonight at, I'll be back on at 7. I'm going to come back on at 7:00 tonight, and we are going to be doing intuitive astrology. So I'm going to do intuitive astrology tonight at 7, and that's 7 p.m. Mountain Time. So, which is 6 p.m. Pacific Time, 7, 8, 9 o'clock Eastern Time, 8 o'clock Central Time. That's as far as I can go. If you're in the British Isles, well, it's 7 hours ahead of me, so it'll be the wee hours of the morning. So, but I'm going to do the intuitive. I do a weekly intuitive readings, which don't know where that came from. Weekly intuitive astrology readings. So I'm going to be doing that tonight at 7. So, because my Tuesdays have changed. So there you go. Thank you all who bought a full moon reading. And I believe mostly everybody. I think there's a couple of people that still need theirs, or one person who still needs their full moon reading. They will get it later on today. And sending out so much blessings to you all. If you are wanting, my summer tarot class starts tomorrow evening. If you want to be a part of the summer tarot, it's about 9 weeks. I made it that long so it's bite-sized, so it's palatable, so you can get through, so we can go through the tarot in a very palatable way. Sometimes I find, 6 weeks was okay, but yeah, you didn't get mine. You didn't get yours. You didn't get yours? Did you order one? Because I didn't have your name on the list. And I don't know if I had a payment from you. So Charlene, don't think I got a payment from you. So inbox me on that, because I didn't see anything. That's why you didn't get one. You got the last one. I know that. I sent it out. But I didn't. I've been pretty good at keeping up on shit and putting people on. So, and I've been having, so with people, with tarot horoscopes are going to be coming out, and they should be in your inbox by the 15th for people who ordered their tarot horoscopes. They're going to be coming out for September. Whew! That's going to be fun. Thank you. This is one of my favorite mugs, and I love Moana, but there's a certain actor in here that plays a certain person that's one of my favorites. No worries. I'm just like, no, where's her name? Did I miss her name? And I don't remember receiving a payment. So, yeah. So you guys have a fabulous day. And I'm just going into sort of lull time right now. And sending you out so much love. Take it easy. Got to be the rock. Maybe it is Tamara. Maybe Dwayne was the voice. So sending you guys out so much love, and thank you for being a part. Take some time, get outside, bring your crystals outside. Do a beautiful full moon little full moon meditation for yourself. And I will be back tonight at 7 to do the intuitive astrology readings for you all. So much blessings out there for you, sending you out so much love. May the Lord and the Lady watch over and bless you in all that you say and all that you do and all that you be. Thank you so much for being a part of my soul group. Have a blessed one, right? Have a great day, and hopefully see you tonight. Got to round up all my gems. Yeah, baby. Get those babies out there. It's amazing how they scatter all over the place. Blessed be everybody. Bye-bye.